Hey everybody, my name is Kalle Slaap, watchmaker from the Netherlands, and I would like to show you the end results of this beautiful Movado Ermeto and talk you step by step about the balance staff replacement and the defects we found. When working on wristwatches, I love this concept of carrying the time in your pocket, but not just like a pocket watch. And if you open it, it is winding itself, so it's got an automatic mainspring in it. Not too difficult how it works, because there you can see the teeth, and in this slot going up and down and then winding. Beautiful stuff. But when we did a full revision, and it was live on our YouTube channel Chronoglide, we found this. And I took out the balance wheel, of course, and because it is not a wristwatch, it's got a strange, maybe you can see it in the pivot, it's worn differently. I think it was put on a desk like this, and it ran like this, so the balance staff is always in one position, or the balance wheel, and then it wears differently than if it was a pocket watch. Well, simple, the balance staff had to be replaced, so that is what we're doing. This is my way of removing the double roller. I find that this way you got the best feel for the amount of force you're using. Fingerspitzengefühl in German. We have got a Platox and all the stuff, but this is just the best feel. But you have to be very careful. Maybe you saw it, it's got a temperature compensated balance wheel. So show you again, you can all just hold it at the spokes, otherwise you will be bending the balance wheel. So it had to be very careful, but that's it. Then the worn pivot. Worn this extremely doesn't happen too often. Maybe it breaks, but never this worn. Well, here under my microscope, this is usual, the microscope, and you're watching underneath. But now I've got two hands free. Here you can see how worn the top balance staff is, and it is tiny. Luckily we found a replacement balance staff identical, so everything stays original but in perfect condition. Well, the balance staff has to be riveted, so here is the staking tool, the triepniet, and you have to align the rotating disc with the holes in it exactly to the stake on top, otherwise it will be mismatched and it will break. So with a felt tip marker I just make a small stripe, and then this way it is fixed and perfect aligned like that. Now you can see it's got a curved tip, so perfect for riveting the balance staff. If you're interested in this, at the end I'll make a playlist of how to replace a balance staff, and step by step I'll talk you through it. You have to know a few things, but it is possible. And now you can see it's really small. Well, first you make sure it's perfect perpendicular to your staking tool, and then one is flat to make it nice and flat on the table, and the second one is, now it's perfectly flat, and the second one is to rivet the balance staff so it's holding the balance wheel. Every single time you have to, with an oiler, check if the hole isn't blocked. Simply, when the hole is blocked, you know what I mean, because the balance staff with a tiny pivot, if there's any blockage or contamination of the inner hole of your stake, you're flattening the pivot, and that is exactly what we don't want to do. And now we found the balance staff, and we've got several of them, so you can make a mistake. But if you turned a balance staff on your lathe yourself, and which is maybe a day's work, maybe a bit more sometimes, you'll be quite ticked off if you flattening your pivot. Well, once it's riveted, it is the truing or the poising, and that is simply that there isn't a wobble, and that's it. A small check, but a balance wheel in a movement is going back and forth. So if there is a wobble, it looks horrible because you constantly see move it like this. You really don't want that. Then the double roller. It's friction fit, so you have to make sure that the double roller is tapped on, the exact right size, and again make sure it's completely straight. Again, if it's not exactly aligned but a bit like this, when you tap it, it'll break. And this is tiny. Well, you can see the color of my beard is suiting my coat more and more. And here you can see the double roller. Touching it with my hand without the finger cuts, because you need to feel it, and we're going to rinse it anyway to clean it up. But now you tap it in place and it's slightly tapered, so you tap it in place and then it's perfect again. Well, this camera is called the wobbly cam because it's on a boom, and every time you touch your desk it moves like that. So now tap very gently, and the double roller is friction fit in place. Again, everything stays original and in perfect condition again. Then, well, we've got the balance staff, we've got the balance wheel, the double roller is in place, and then, well, one of the few things left is to fit the spring. There we go. And for me, this is the excellent way of testing that the balance staff is properly riveted, because now you gently push the balance spring in place, and if the rivet isn't perfect, then you push the balance staff all the way through. So perfect check. All set. And then of course you have to see that the beat error should be okay. I was just pointing there at the felt tip marker. Do you see the small spot? So I marked the stud before I removed it, and now it's perfectly aligned, well, close anyway. So then we are, and now I'm removing the felt tip marker spot, doesn't leave any trace, and now it's close to the beat error, but the final adjustments of course are done on the Vici. Breguet overcoil, beautifully blued hairspring. So that is the balance wheel complete again, but then we found during disassembly the tiniest crack in the setting lever spring. Here is the new spring already fitted, and that is the old spring now. And there in the middle, there you see the tiniest crack. It isn't broken yet. Well, it is broken, but not detached. There it is. I put it more level, and then you see the crack. And now I'm going to show you with a hair. There we go. How small that crack is. That is the human hair. And the crack is just a fraction of a hair, but it does affect the movement of the setting lever spring. Had to be replaced. Expensive part, but cheaper than making it ourselves, and we can do that of course, but it takes quite a bit of time, of course. Well, let's see if we can open this one, and then you can see the beautiful inside here. Gently open it. Nicely polished. We've cleaned the dial a bit more. There we are. So the dial is perfect again. The crystal was a bit loose, so we used UV adhesive, so we put it in place again, all nicely cleaned, and there we are in beautiful condition, the Movado Ermeto with a beautiful amplitude. And again, it was a bit of an inspiration to see, well, it isn't a pocket watch, but it's a watch you use in your pocket, and with the beautiful cover, it's even more modern again. So yeah, kept us thinking, is there a way we can make one ourselves, because it is beautiful. So here the end result of the Movado Ermeto. It is a beautiful movement, and it is in top condition again. Hope you enjoyed the end result, and hope to see you soon. See ya. Bye bye.